Hey everybody, welcome in to Barry and Mark's Happy Hour Recap. I'm Mark.
And I'm Barry from edwardscom.net.
And we are coming at you from the famous and historic Willoughby Brewing Company right here in downtown Willoughby, willoughbybrewing.com. And great craft beer, tremendous menu.
Great atmosphere. Yeah. It is a landmark here in Willoughby. They have live music all the time and love the beer. And that's why we're here.
All right, once again, willoughbybrewing.com. And hey, if you like what you see or maybe the places we visit, why not sign up for our happy hour recap? You can do that very easily, just right on the side of the page on the one you're looking at. And if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, you can simply, in the description, select the link to our show notes and go right to our show notes and sign up, and you can watch the video from there
and
too.
Get our free premium content.
All of our free premium content as well, once you sign up.
And that's the only way you're going to get it. All right, so last week we gave an overview and in-depth analysis on goals and conversions and how to set them up based on the goals of your business. Mm-hmm. So this week we're going to talk a little bit about the Google Analytics reporting and specifically acquisition reports, audience and behavior reports.
And it might sound like a little much as we talk about it, but you'll see screenshots here in just a little bit, and we'll kind of walk you through everything. Mm-hmm. So, these reports that we're going to talk about, as a business owner, you really should be concerned about. If not you, somebody on your staff, and you should at least look at these reports at least twice a month at a minimum.
It's so important to your online marketing efforts, and so you can tweak these things and improve them along the way.
Yep.
So first we're going to talk about the acquisition report.
Yep.
Okay, so this tells you how to understand how people find your website or app, and how you identify the sources that are sending you the quality traffic, which is hugely important. And so that traffic that you want to come to your website to view your products, can consume your content, and hopefully click and buy. You want to know where those quality sources are so that you can pump up those efforts.
Okay.
So now, however, if you're a brick and mortar store, you're not as concerned with that online conversion, but you still want to use that content in your marketing efforts to get them in the store and convert live and in person.
See your products and so forth, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Okay, acquisition reports, they're broken down by campaign, which is really AdWords and keywords. It does any kind of paid campaigns. Broken down by source, which is meaning where the traffic is coming from. It could be from Google, it could be from Twitter, it could be from a Facebook page or any social side like that. Medium, the medium, it's kind of funny. A lot of people go, medium, what is that? Well, you have organic traffic in medium, and that would be if somebody goes to Google and puts in keywords of the industry of your business, and your business pops up, and they go right from that search to your website, that is an organic search. Also, there's a referral search, referral traffic, and that means traffic that comes from like Facebook or Twitter, a link they click on there. Mm-hmm. Or there's actually direct that they call none, and that would be if they just went into a web browser and said, yourbusiness.com. And then source and medium, you can see them from both, as with the two we just talked about. You can see both of those together. And then other or more, which really, rather than going into a long dissertation about that, it essentially is just other attributes and fields that you can select to the way you see the report, on your screen and so forth. So again, this is something you have to play with, Google Analytics for sure, and these reports, but very valuable.
Hugely valuable, and they get more robust all the time.
Yep.
It's almost overwhelming.
Yep.
We're going to start with taking a look at the acquisitions / all traffic report. Okay, so this report identifies the sources of all of the traffic that comes to your site. So like the number of sessions or visits, the percentage of new sessions, new users, the number of new users, the bounce rate, the pages that are viewed per session, average session duration, so how long they're engaging with your content, and of course your conversions. But you got to have your goals set up in analytics to measure this all-important statistic. So in this example, the number one source of traffic for the specified dates came from organic searches. And that means that it was a basic search, not paid, using Google AdWords or anything like that. This is the highest quality marketing tool, along with content marketing, that you can possibly take advantage of. So you got to take organic searches, your SEO, very seriously. So there's so much useful information via the acquisition reports. We just recommend that you familiarize yourself with a whole bunch with the overview and the all traffic views and get a good understanding of this info, and then we'll move on to the more complex part of the reporting.
All right, good stuff. Next, we're going to take a look at audience reports. Now, audience reports provides information on demographics and interests, geo information, which would be geographic location and language. These two bits of information come up with advanced tracking. It's set up to capture your demographics, as we said, but Google makes it very, very easy. You actually have to set up advanced tracking for that. Google makes it very easy. They provide the code to you, so you can take that tracking code and put it onto your website, or your web person can actually put it on your website for you. Then there's the behavior, measures behavior, new visitors versus returning visitors, frequency and recency. Recency meaning when the last time people were at your website. Engagement, how long in seconds was the duration of a visitor's stay. Technology, which would be the browser and operating systems used, and for example, Internet Explorer for a browser and Windows for your operating system. A mobile category, which really includes an overview between devices on your desktop, tablet, or smartphone, and then the devices themselves. It gives you a listing of whether they're iPad, Android tablets, etc. So taking a look at overview, it does break down to the number of sessions during the date specified, the number of users visiting your site that viewed at least one page, the total number of page views, the average number of pages viewed and the average length of each page viewed, the average length of time on site, the bounce rate, we talk about it all the time, the percentage of people that landed on the single page that take no action and just leave, and then the percentage of new sessions, which actually is the percentage of all new sessions that were of new visitors.
Okay, so from there we'll take a look at the behavior report.
Okay.
And that deals with how visitors interact with the site's pages. So let's take a look at the overview and behavior flow.
So the overview, looking at that, it's fairly self-explanatory. It's an overall look at the most active pages on the website that you feature. Page views, which is the total number of pages visited. Unique page views, the number of times a page was viewed at least once. The average time on page, which is the average amount of time a visitor spent viewing your page. A bounce rate, talk about that a lot. And the exit percentage, which is the percentage of how often users exit from the pages or page sets they review on your website.
Yeah, and finally we're going to take a look at the behavior flow of your pages. So this is configurable, and in this case, the graph illustrates when visitors landed on a page and then where they went after that. And then finally, when and where they exited the site. So this is really important. The red areas indicate where the visitor jumped off of the page. And if you have a high amount of visitors dropping off a single page, it's most likely because of the page was, possibly hard to navigate, or the visitors didn't know where to go from that point, or it wasn't, clear where to go. So you got to have your flow thought out, your linkage thought out and mapped out of your site.
All right. So there you have it. 3 reports that we think are the most important reports you need to pay attention to. And as we said, at least twice a month. If you're not doing it as a business owner, somebody on your staff has to do it. And as you get started with Google Analytics, these are the ones you look at, and then you can kind of progress from there.
Yes, and so Mark, last episode, we spoke about the event goals and event tracking. And if you'd like to learn more about how to set those up, sign up to Happy Hour Recap, and you're going to receive your free premium content. And in fact, our latest guide on how to set up events in Google Analytics.
It's we spent a lot of time on it. Nice little guide. Sign up for our Happy Hour Recap, and you can get that and our premium content. So that's it. I'd like to thank Shelley and the folks here at the Willoughby Brewing Company for all their hospitality and for some nice beer as well. WilloughbyBrewing.com on the web.
Yeah, so that's that. And next week we'll be coming at you from another gorgeous place.
So until then,
have a great week.
Have a great week.